greetings from the other side of this planet. Actually, I'm in Bangkok, and say, Mike from Javi, welcome from Bangkok, not so far away, the closest in this show. And I'm really happy to have you here, all of you. And I say good morning on YouTube as well, because we stream this show on YouTube also. So we'll find a button in the right corner. You can subscribe this channel. You can give us a like if you want. You can leave a comment under this video if you watch it later also. I hope you had a great start into your own trading day, because here in Bangkok it's already afternoon. And let's see what we can do tomorrow in our charts, what we can do today in our charts, and some interesting questions. Davide, wonderful good morning or good afternoon here. Okay, so actually, let me share my screen. Just here we go. Okay, so here we go. And let me this here. I can fix the chat here. Wonderful. Now I can see everything here too. And here is this. Okay, so Mike, Davide, good morning. And Barry on YouTube also. I'd love to have you here. Okay, so we start as every morning. First of all, our trading routine is that we start with the upcoming events today. So labor force in Australia is already over. So 8 o'clock is already over 2 GDP. First quarterly estimate of GDP is over. Previous was 4.8 and the forecast 1.5, and the actual is 1.3. So then, this is Mexico. This evening, no, we are completely free of any upcoming events. So this site of admiralmarkets.com/analytics is a very wonderful site where you can get top news. For example, this is very important. What yesterday came out, the US inflation hits a 3-decade high of 6.2% in October. So really, really interesting. So very, very high inflation, and market is not really reacting on it. So we stay in prices at the highest top and all-time highs again, and we stay there. Okay, so we want to focus on our charts and possible trading ideas. Not so much, but we have very interesting trades. And the last trades, all of them were all just only winners, because we took the second trend arm, the first entry. And also here in 10 minutes, in DAX 10 minutes. So this is what we saw yesterday. Yesterday morning, when we had the show, the price went up, and I showed you, okay, guys, there is the second trend arm. Yeah, and here in the correction, latest at the point 2, or when the price later come back again. So there was an entry chance. There was a kind of entry chance. Here again, when the price came again. So, and the target is always hit the point 2, or especially have a close above the last point 2. And you see, it works again. And it worked again and again and again. So even you had a late entry, it was a winner. If you get entry a little bit deeper in this small correction zone, but you see what is really interesting, the market considered this last 0.3 here. There was no close, therefore it was not a trend break, and therefore you see a trend continuation. And now we are still in the second or the third trend arm, so the correction went down to, again, this kind of double low, for example, our special topic for today. And we are on the way up to a new trend continuation, by the way. And if you see a secondary trend, by the way, then this is also true. Then we have 2 trends in the same direction. Maybe you can do this, move, correction, and move. And very interesting, look, very interesting. He Jesus, there was the second trend arm. There were the correction, and you see it works again and again and again. So even in this small leading trend, it was possible to make money. So is that complicated? No, everybody can learn it if you're willing to spend time, a little bit time and a little bit money for your own education, or especially to watch this show every morning so you can learn it on your own way. Yeah, or you take a mentor, and it's a little bit faster, by the way. So very well, Marie-Louise, we will talk about the trade in silver too. Okay, so let's go to our focus charts, and we start with Dow Jones. And in Dow Jones, it's still an uptrend. It's still an uptrend. And you know, it's still the same like yesterday. Move, correction, second trend arm, third one, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. No trend continuation there. So this is the last point 3. Yeah. And as long as we cannot see here a trend break, I have to confess that this is a secondary trend. So maybe this, and by the way, this works also. Second trend arm, entry at the point 2, and it was also successful. So that was the chance to make money yesterday in this second trend arm, by the way. It's a little bit small, yes, it is, but on the right side of the chart, you see there are indeed a correction. So possible again. DAX 40. In DAX 40, the price keeps and remains actually on the all-time high. Yeah, this is what happens here at the moment. And here we go. That's the trend. So that's my trend. Start here, move, correction, move, correction. Third one, 4, and now we are in the 5th. And was there a trend continuation? Yes, it was, which means here we go, correction, and now we are in a 6th trend arm, and this trend arm will break around about here. So as long as we cannot see a trend break, and as long as we don't see a trend break, we have to speculate and assume that the price will go up and up and up. So your entry chance was here. Now the price is too expensive and the trend is too old. So for us, there's actually nothing to do in DAX 40 in 4-hourly chart, by the way. So then we come to Bitcoin. And in Bitcoin, we have still our uptrend. It's also there. And I show you. It's move, correction, move, and correction. So, and we went in here, you remember, we made our money already, and now we are in the 3rd trend arm. It's also possible that we see a trend continuation here. For the moment, the price was really expensive, was an all-time high too. So it's possible that we see finally trend, maybe kind of secondary trend. It's not a trend break, by the way, but we have to realize in case we don't have an open position, then this is a downtrend here. Then start here, move, correction, and move, which means we have the 2nd correction here, and maybe we can open a position at a break at the point 2. Yeah, this is a possible idea, or we wait for a balance candle and come in a little bit higher. So this is what you can see in Bitcoin for the moment. So I will set a pending order after the show at the point 2 to speculate on a breakout to the lower side, because, you know, actually point of control is here at, what is it? $45,681. Okay, so this is a reachable target, and this is a trend, and this is the 2nd trend arm. So we can use it and yeah, plan our trade there. Then we have the gold chart, and gold chart is still up, and the chance was really early, and we showed it already. Nothing changed since yesterday. That was our trend, move, correction, move. So now it's literally old trend. Here was next one, next break, and here in the next correction here right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trend on. You see, if you ride the trend, you can make a lot of money the moment you literally sit on your hands and control yourself and let the market work like it should work. Okay, it's better you sit on your hands and watch. And you know that speculare, it's Latin word. Speculare means observing, watching, not touching. Okay, just watching, never touching. And finally, no, not finally, because we are surprised, British pound, US dollar. Actually, yeah, there is no up. So, which means we can delete this order from yesterday. Here, I left it because to explain you something, you know, we had this trend. We were speculating on this small corrective uptrend. That was the speculation, this one. So then we saw the correction, and I said, okay, let's make an entry at the point 2 in case the price will break out and will go back to the point of control. Then we are part of this trade. But also we have to speculate and suppose that the price will go deeper. So therefore, work with a stop sell order, not limit, not market. Yeah, that you are a part of it in case the trend will continue, but that you make sure that you're not a part of it if the price will go deeper, yeah, or will continue the main trend. And this happens, by the way. So this is what I want to explain. And now, of course, we can delete the order right now. Here we go, delete it, because the trend is still on the short side again. Now, Euro USD, I told you yesterday, surprise, surprise, surprise. And what happened yesterday? We made a trade, right? You remember? Look at this one. It was successful again. And it was a plan. I would say, yes, baby, yes, it works again. It really works again. So, and that was the plan. Entry, exit, making money out. And you see again, it was the second trend arm. Even we were in the second or in a deep, deep, cheap price zone. Yeah, doesn't matter. The price is just a kind of orientation that I can make a proper trade management. Yeah, so if I work back to the point of control, I can be a little bit more relaxed about my trade and the trade management. But the moment I'm deep in a green zone, I'm very cheap, or on the other side, I'm very expensive, I have to do another trade management. Yeah, of course, we can expect, and it's always possible that we see more trend arms right now. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. But by the way, the probability is not longer on our side. The probability was just in the move from the second trend arm down to the point 2 and lower. And this is what we used here in this trade. So before we come to our running trades or the last trades and new trading proposals, yeah, we have a question of today, Nastia. If you want to open this, thanks a lot. And my question for you is today, beside of the topic of the video today about all-time double high and double low. So my question is there a risk in trading at all? You know, we always have to show the risk disclaimer at the beginning of every show. So my question is there a risk in trading at all? We have two questions. Yes, two answers. Yes, of course. Oh, no, there is not. So I'm really excited about your question. And maybe think about, you know me just a little bit. If I ask you such questions, maybe there is maybe a different intention. Yeah. So think about it again. Or is there a risk in trading at all? Think in a logical way, by the way. Okay. So let's go. And we had two trades, for example, and this is the German bond market. And as you see, that works. And here we go. Here's a little bit different. Why I say, okay, please, we have enough space to go up to the point of control, by the way. So, but we reached the final target. And as I said, please make sure that you cannot lose the full money you were willing to invest when you start the trade. So we had a close above the last 0.2, which is the duty to make safe, to make a partial profit, maybe to trail the stop, whatever you do. So, and latest, with these two balanced candles, it was a need to trail the stop to make the trade safe. Partial profit, safe, that you, the worst case must be that you have a zero gain, or maybe just a small loss. But if you lost now everything because the price went down to the last 0.3, that's not logic. Yeah, because logic means, strategy means out of the correction, down to up to the 0.2, break to the 0.2, make a close, and then the strategy was working. It is not logic. It's not logically that we have a profitable strategy and then we make a loss. That's not logic. Yeah, this is just the human part. This is I expect more. I hope the price will go up to the point of control. There is no hope in trading. There is just a job you have to do, and the job you have to do is to stick to the rules and follow your plan. By the way, yeah. Okay, if you said, no, I take a partial profits and I trail my stop by the 0.3, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's okay. But if you lost all your money because you didn't make a partial profit, then that's not logical trading. And in that case, you cannot make money in the long run. Yeah. So please be careful about the next time. So then we have actually, that was the silver price, right? Oh yeah, and silver in 4-hourly chart also, because there was the chance in 4-hourly chart, and we are going back to the point of control, by the way. So here we go. First trend arm, and here we go, the second trend arm. So entry there possible, or latest at the 0.2 possible. So, and you see it works again. So partial profits, trail the stop or get out if this is your plan. In, out, move away. That's fine. If you did it that way, really, really cool stuff. Okay, so let's go to the daily charts. And daily charts also, there is, by the way, an open trade in daily chart, because in silver, there is also a trend, and this is a kind of better one. Yeah, so, and this is this trade. And I have an open trade there, by the way. So here we go. So first trend arm, second one, correction, balance candle, and I decided to wait until to the price 2, to the 0.2, because I saw that the point of control is a kind of, yeah, place price where normally the price is circling around the point of control. So therefore I was speculating on a trend break, not a trend break, sorry, of a breakout at the 0.2. And actually, yeah, actually it happens. Yesterday we had just a spike, and today we will see. And by the way, I have to be check the normal candles too. Yeah, sometimes we have just, yeah, there's the 0.2, you see. If we will have a close today above the last 0.2 at the end of the day, yeah. Thanks, Nastia. Thank you very much. Yeah, okay, I will finish in time. So the moment, if check your chart at the end of this day, if you have a close in real candles above the last 0.2, time to make a partial profit. Yeah, we have space enough. It's a long distance. We are trading away from point of control. So be careful. So I have just a fixed target or a virtual target here at this last volume zone. It was a previous point of control, by the way. And maybe I know about the experience that last year. We will see. We will see. But I know the regulations. Yeah, I know that. So the old point of control is also possible entry, possible target. But make sure if you have a close above the last 0.2 that you make money, by the way. So I have four trading ideas. So, but first of all, the topic of today's webinar means what is a double high and a double low, and what does it really means? So first of all, it's just, everything is about price and volume. So what happens at this price if you see a double high or double low? And can you trade it? Yeah, of course you can trade everything what you want, because everything, it's your perception. Yeah, it's just your perception. That's everything. Yeah. So what happens there? It's just the price where the volume turns again from the one to the other side. So if you want to trade it, such a double high or double low, then it's important that you have a back test, that okay, it works all the time. So if you cannot back test it automatically, then I suppose that you take a chart, special time frame, and then check it. Every time you will find a double high, double low in your chart, then see what happens afterwards and how you can create a strategy where you get in, where you get out. Yeah, but make sure that such a strategy is really working for you. Otherwise, it's just a coincidence. Yeah, and the double high, double low you might see another trader will not see this double high or double low because he has another focus or another time frame, for example, and there is no double high, double low visible. So be careful about that. Yeah, it works, of course, it can work, but if it really works in the long run, you'd have to test it. So I have 4 trading ideas for you: Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. So we have the trend. Be careful, that's the trend. Move, correction, big move, and that's the first correction. Yeah, so we can enter here, yeah, or you can enter a little bit higher. That's just up to you, but this is a trading idea, by the way. Then we have Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Also, same trading idea. We start here, move, correction, and next move. And here we go. Also balanced candle, wonderful entry above the balanced candle, and target is the 0.2. It's always the same. It's like a robot. It's just like a robot. But you can do it by yourself, by the way. So then we have Euro, Canadian dollar. And here we go. This is the trend. It's a short downtrend, of course. Move, correction, and move. So here we go. Now we were in a correction. We tried it a couple of times to continue. And now yesterday the price turned again, and now we are speculating just of a trend break, just of a breakout at the point 2. If you have a close, fine, we are quite far away from the point of control, but too many people are on the buyer side. Yeah, we have a kind of trader sentiment, which means a lot of buyers, more than 90% are on the buyer side, which means price will falling down more. And finally is Swiss franc against Japanese yen, and we have here the same. That's the trend. I show you. That's the trend. Move, correction, move, correction. Oh, look at it. There was already a trend continuation. Ah, you see, with the perfect trend drawing, you see, okay, that was already the second one. So this is already the third one. Yeah, and we don't want to do it. You can, by the way, third one, let's leave it here, but basically it's already the third trend arm. You see how you can solve every single chart situation. So guys, my question for you today is there a risk in trading at all? There's a question on YouTube, by the way. Do you enter in your trades at lower time frames or even on hourly and hourly charts? Yeah, my time frames are for hourly chart and daily chart and weekly chart, because it's a question of probability. It's a deeper sense. So question is there a risk in trading at all? So if I would say no, there is not, then that would be against the regulations, of course. Therefore, we show all the time the kind of risk management. So, but I want to give you just food for your thoughts. What does this word risk really means? Is this a good word with a good sound? Is a good feeling if you hear the word risk? I just send you on a thought journey, you know? So I want that you think about it just a little bit. Yeah. If you hear the word risk, does it sound good for you, or is it a kind of it's a kind of uncertain feeling? Yeah. So with the word risk, you feel. So what does this word risk really means? If you go on a travel, if you go on a journey and you go to investigate this word and go back to the Latin word and a Greek word, then the word risk means there is something you cannot control. I have to check the time. Risk means there is something you cannot control. Is this what happens in trading? Is there anything else you cannot control? And I give you just this thought. Don't mix the word risk with probabilities. That's the difference. And maybe you should think about that. And then you will find the answer. So you see, we can talk about so many things in trading, which is really, really interesting. So I want to say thank you again for your attention. I wish you a wonderful rest of the day, and we will see each other tomorrow again. I hope so. And yes, as always, have courage and be kind, and may the force of the rules be with you. See you tomorrow.